Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. And today, Returnal on the PS5. Now, when I looked at this the first time, I thought, wow, look at that asteroid field, it looked pretty cool. This is you, Celine. Now, this is the intro. You cannot get this intro again unless you play the game with another user on your PS5. In order to replay it, you have to play with another user, so it's going to have some kind of... That doesn't look like a good place to land. Approach forbidden, tracing signal, white shadow. I like the detail work on Celine's helmet. Those buttons seem a little agricultural for a spaceship, but hey ho, we'll suspend disbelief. Seriously, the game looks, sounds, plays so well. So good. Just watch her eyebrows. They do a great upturn. She's trying. You see them go up there? It was so good.
Astra, this is Celine. I've crashed on Atropos. I survived, but Helios did not. Suit status operational, but my sidearm is missing. I'm leaving comms open.
So, this is the basic game. Now, everybody knows who's watching this video will know what Returnal is. It is a roguelike sort of loot 'em up, bullet hell, hating it. And you have all these different controls. You can run, sprint, jump, and you have a charge that's charging up in the bottom left there, or a dash. Sorry, you can only dash once per jump, so you can't like dash and then dash and then dash. Just to let you know. Now, what I'm going to do is give you a couple of quick little tips about maximizing your success in your first few runs. Now, you can end up going back into the ship, but on this first run, which will kill you, just bear that in mind, you will be killed. You can't get into the ship, but it's worth going back to the ship. This becomes available at some point. That's something interesting for us. The game is beautiful, really is, and also going back into your ship becomes quite interesting. So let's have a look at what we've got. She has no gun.
Abandoning Helios. Heading towards White Shadow broadcast.
The game is stunning. It's absolutely brilliant. Push the touchpad to get your map, which gives you a sort of much more interesting view of what's going on. Each of these gateways is essentially a room, if you like, if you were playing a roguelike, and you have various different things on here. You've got stuff that tells you about all of your weapons and things, all of your equipment. And your databank will open up as we progress. Now, the first thing we're going to do is just quickly run through this sort of tutorial area. Dash is circle, by the way.
This forest contains extensive ruins of a Xeno-type civilization. Ancient walls, foundations, and statues.
Beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Even the way that door opens. It is just beautiful. We've got a little bit of Aloy tall grass here.
Scout log. Atropos. I have found a deceased Astra Scout here. Checking identification on helmet.
It's me.
Continuing towards the signal's origin.
So you now have a gun. It's got quite an interesting aim mechanic. You hold halfway and the haptic trigger will stop you. You can go further forward, but there's no point. You'll use that later on. Now, anytime you see a doorway like this, close by, this is your first little hint, there will be a button like this. And you just shoot it. Sometimes it'll be back here. Sometimes it'll be up here. There's always one in the room that the door, the gate or the doorway, let's call them doors, is going to be sitting. There's the computer, the little data bank. We have our, there's loads of information to open up in the data bank, stuff like that. That's our gun. We can look at the info on it. The weapon trait, the research progress and the weapon trait progress is all about replaying the game and opening up and improving various parts of items. Can we blow this up? There's quite a bit of destructible terrain. There you go. You see how his encasing has been broken a little bit? Maybe one more is the charm. There it is. Your gun automatically reloads. You see the ammo underneath the reticle. So it's an energy weapon and it will reload on its own. But if you can force a reload by firing all the... You see that? I now have an overcharged gun because I pushed R2, the trigger button, at the right time. Do that 5 times. That A, it makes your reload much quicker, and B, overcharge the weapon. C, you do it 5 times, you get a trophy, and D, if you get it wrong and you push the R2 trigger outside of that little zone, which is different for different guns, you have a longer reload. Okay.
Discovered a potential resource. Positive analysis for suit repairs. Classifying as Silphium.
There you go. Silphium is what Silphium do. Now we need a key here. There you go. We need a key. These things are great. You run through them and they sort of come towards you. The game is beautiful. There is no need for this to be in here, but they have put it in anyway, just for the beauty of it. Here we go. First little battle for you. Ooh. He's eating another dead meat.
Encountered scavenger fauna.
Now you see where the bullet hell thing comes? You see these patterns of bullets? I'm just jumping them at the minute. When you do use your dash, you are immune to any bullets. So you can dash through it. It's typical kind of bullet hell type of gameplay. See, I missed the reload, so it took a bit longer to reload.
Hostile fauna dispatched.
And you saw what happened there. It says adrenaline levels. I'm not going to give you too much on adrenaline levels, but it wants you to see it. If you kill 3 things at once, you... if you kill a few things at once, your adrenaline level goes up. That is shown at the bottom of the screen there, where it says where your ECG thing is going across. Currently it says level 1, and we have a bonus on with that gun. You get up to 6 bonuses that I've seen so far. So it's always a good thing to try and not get hit, because the bonuses you get with your adrenaline level are really quite powerful bonuses. Now, as you go through the game and you die and you come back,
Recorded log found.
you will be finding things like this.
Playing back now.
Scout log. Atropos. Elapsed time 30 minutes since last crash. Whole areas of this forest are rearranging themselves like a fluid puzzle after each of my... Whenever I return, per Astra protocol, I will not be recovered until I reach the broadcast signal. If you're hearing this, you are stuck here too.
So she's reading logs
I don't remember recording
of her own dead body. Your scanner's a cool little dude. So now we have an Artopian key, which we can use to open up that door behind us. Now this is just the little tutorial. I'm not able to really show you some of the benefits until we get killed at this next part. I just love this. I love this, man. That is the bee's knees. I tell you what, this game is a beauty. Okay. This is where it tells you about the dash. You can't hold it for too long. But it's sort of alright. Get a bit of scan on here. Now, if you want to get to the tips, fast forward to the tips part. Now, the first tip I can tell you, you saw I just picked up that the green material. Now, usually when you pick up the green material, it will fill up your integrity of your suit. This is your health. Your health is essentially your integrity of your suit. Okay, that's the green bar in the bottom left. Okay, you see next to it though, it has these 3 little horizontal bars, and I've just filled one of them. Every time, and the reason why is every time you pick up a piece of green health regain, or you gain health, instead of giving you health because you're at max, it will fill up one of those 3 bars, and every time you fill it, it will give you it will give you an extra for this run, an extra 5 or 10% health. I think it's 5%. Hopefully we'll be able to see it happening. The bar below that, the star with 0, is your weapon proficiency. This is very important later on, which I will tell you about. It is the weapon proficiency of the sidearm, which we have here. Don't forget, you can go in with the touchpad and have a look at your equipment. You see that big 0, the green 0? We are weapon proficient 0. When you have that weapon proficiency up, it will start having things like bonus damage, overload projectiles, fire rate, etc., etc. There's lots of other stuff you can do. So we can dash through this. Anything that looks sort of like a Tachyon thing like this, you can just dash through it and you won't take any damage. And then always have a little look around for secrets, guys, because the secrets are the key. Everybody loves a secret in one of these games. Let's get over here. Over here. There is some more health over here. Let me just show you what I was saying with the health. Now, usually this would say restores part of your integrity, but it actually says now fills a slot towards max integrity upgrade, okay? And when we pick it up, that little horizontal bar next to the plus in the bottom left will go up by 1. If we pick up another one, all those bars will disappear. I'm not sure. I just assumed I could jump on that. I just thought that was the bottom of the level. That's hilarious. There are quite a few things like that that will do you damage, ladies and gentlemen. So get through what you're doing. Don't forget your reloads. And you can stay quite far. You don't have to be crazy. Whatever works for you. You'll begin to work out what's going on. Now these things are fairly useful. You can either run over them, which is perfectly fine, or you can shoot them, and they may well drop something similar to what this is, this purple one here. So let's see what it says. Malignant key. So when it has this malfunction thing, probability low, it probably won't give us a malfunction to the suit. Moderate, possibly. High, almost definitely. But we're going to pick it up anyway. There you go. So we've now got this malfunction. Up in the top left it tells us protection reduced by 20%. We have to use a consumable. And we have to do that once in order to fix the malfunction. Okay. There are other things that you can do to fix these malfunctions. But usually there is one thing you can definitely do. Right, let's see where our bonuses are. Now these Obelites are essentially the money. You can see them next to the map in the bottom right. We've now got 138. We've got 1 key, and we've got 0 ether. Okay, so keys are obviously useful for opening doors and various bits. Now here we go. We've got one of these doors. So where is the lock? Now it's usually very close to the door. So just have a little look around, and there it is. Okay. It's as simple as that. And you only have to shoot it once. And we'll pick that up, and it will put our suit back up to full, and we'll just enjoy the blue tentacles. Because why not? They're beautiful. The white flowers usually demonstrate something that you can grab and jump up on. Nice little touch. Now, I don't know what the heck this thing is. But nothing we can do in here. I think we're pretty much near.
I've discovered piled corpses of a Xeno-type species. Likely the architects of these ruins. These could be the sentients that broadcast the white shadow signal.
Absolutely beautiful.
It is impossible to escape. I have tried everything. I'm always brought back by... There is a moment between death and rebirth when tentacles drag me down, screaming, drowning, returning.
It's the name of the game. Well, there's something down there. We'll go and have a look. Oh, we have to go down there. There's nowhere else to go. Okay.
Encountered hostile predator.
Now, I'm pretty certain you're not supposed to be able to beat this. This is it telling you this is your first death. and it will happen often. Welcome to Returnal, ladies and gentlemen. This game is effing epic.
Helios! Astra, this is Celine. I survived the... Can you hear me? I'm in my ship. Suit status operational and... I've already experienced this before.
So the ship terminals, as it's saying you, this is the main terminal here. This will allow you to look at, so from now on when you start playing the game, there is only one save. This is it. All the things that you open up will appear in the data matrix there. It will tell you how long you've played it, all of the information, because there is only one save per PlayStation user. So that's how it works currently. They may be changing it. The ship's log will give you lots of other information about what's going on with the ship. A lot of these are to do with Celine, the character herself, so they're very useful to come and have a look and see what is going on. Okay. Now the challenge terminal that it said is actually here, but this challenge terminal won't be active or available until you have completed the first boss. Okay, so don't worry, this won't be there until you can do that. Okay. Now this is the way out, but you can also go to bed if you so choose it. You can go to bed. Now you should take a good look around here, because a lot of weird stuff starts happening. Okay, I'm just gonna go to bed. Now the reason why I'm doing this is, my first tip is, when you die ever so often, maybe every 3 or 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, whatever, depends on how often you're dying, come back into the ship and have a rest. Investigate the ship is what I'm saying. Okay, there's stuff that changes in here. Okay, now the thing it said about the cargo that you need to check, it's in this door. You can't do it until way later on, so don't worry about it. And you can go back up into the helm if you like. You can come up here and do stuff, but you can't do anything right now. So this is essentially our first run, and this is where I'm going to start giving you some hints and tips on trying your best to maximize your each run, because the game can be very tricky. It can be very tricky. Now the way is obviously up there, that's where we will need to go, but if you look up here, you can clearly see another door up there. There is another door up there which we cannot access at the minute. So the game is full of secrets. Okay, there's a lot going on, and you know, I'm probably going to give away some spoilers about what you need to do here. So if you don't want to see them,
The environment,
then well,
like
I'd stop
this
watching.
before.
Whoa! Now the guns are pretty much full auto. Now my first tip is, once you've killed something, you have a finite amount of time to pick up the money that it drops, otherwise it will disappear. Okay, especially these first aliens, these first enemies, they're really easy. So if I don't pick this up, you start flashing and it will disappear, so you've got to be really quick. Okay, and picking the money up, we've got 12 of the Obelites at the minute. It's very important. You need the money in order to do a decent run. Okay, so you scan everything that you've never seen before. Now this will give us some weapon proficiency. Now in the bottom left corner, I've already showed you we are 0, but with a little bar because we've killed a few enemies. If we pick this up now, you see that bar goes up a little bit. Okay, so calibrators will put that up. Now let's talk about the weapon proficiency. We might as well. In order to get better guns, now the gun we have at the minute is going to be proficiency level 0 as it is there. Okay, you find a lot of chests and things in the game that will offer you guns, or even fighting mini bosses will offer you guns. See how I missed the thing there? See how I missed the Obelites as well? If you don't get them, you will lose them. Literally. Okay, there's a chest down there. How do we get down there? I'm just going to drop down. Now, you don't take any fall damage unless it tells you you will take full damage. Okay? And you can traverse these gaps just using your little boosty thing. That's the way we have to go. Okay? So, I'll show you on the map. These side paths, these little triangle doors, are usually dead ends that give you a potential bonus or something like that, okay? So let's just follow our way to where the side door is. Some of these rooms can be quite large. Now, be aware that there is these lakes and pools everywhere. Currently, you cannot go in here. You will die, okay? So if you went in there, you would die. When you die like that, or you fall off the map, you will be returned where you were, but you will lose like 20% of your health. So it's not ideal, but at least you don't just die. Okay, that's where we came in. Right, where is this this thing? It's here. What do we got? Now these are like little bonus challenge rooms, but lava is no good. Okay, the only way of picking these things up is to take damage, which I am not prepared to do, but I am prepared. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually take the damage because I managed to get out of it. That's good. I am prepared to come and see what's up here. See, that's another gate that we need. This one should be the dead end. Yes, it is. And this is like a chamber where something might happen. Let's have a go. So at this early stage in the game, in fact at any point in the game, go and look at these side rooms because they often give you benefits, okay? So this can be used to recover and increase integrity. Let's go. That is creepy. That is creepy as anything. Oh, there you go. So now, you see at the bottom there, we have that extra bit of integrity. Nice. I like it. Now, we have to get back out of here. I wouldn't worry about the lava at the minute. It's probably best to avoid it just at this point. All of these items that are on the map there that we can see, we can't get because they're in the water, so we'll leave them. Well, that's the edge of the map. Don't drop off there. It's easy to do. Some of these things are harder than others. Some of them are easier. Now, this will give a large amount of the weapon proficiency. Watch in the bottom left. That's not bad at all. And there's often something hidden under here. Just be careful what you're doing. But it's in the water. You can just see the reflection. So we're going to leave it. Now we can zap through this because of the charge that we have. The dash, sorry. Ooh, what's going on in here? Grants alt
New
fire.
technology discovered. Augments my weapon with an alternative firing mechanism.
Cool. Now, this part of the game is usually on there you go. So alt fire gives you this, and it will give you a crazy new thing, which is
objective.
There you go.
This will be useful.
Whenever you see a door that's blocked like that, you can just shoot it down with normal bullets. Don't forget your Obelites. It's so easy to forget that you need to pick these up. Now, as you run through the map, you open up more monsters. Now you see my adrenaline reset has gone down. So I'm back down to adrenaline level 0. Because I got hit. So it's often a you know, do you worry going for the Obelites as you kill them, or do you not? Where was this monster? Oh, there he is. Mechanical turret. Mechanical dead. What is this? There we go. Now you see we are proficiency. We'll look at this tutorial, okay? Proficiency measures your combat ability per cycle. You get proficiency from each hostile that you dispatch, but also items give it to you. The proficiency level determines the minimum level of weapons. So as you kill more things, when you find new weapons, it will be at that level as a minimum. And when you are going to see the boss, for example, you want to have a level 4 or 5 level weapon, okay? They can spawn higher, but the proficiency just gives the definite that that's what's going to happen, okay? We'll scan this. Ether is your main high level currency within the game, and you use it for various different things. Now you can open these at some point, but you need a specific item to be able to get through these. It's a little bit Metroidvania. And then once you have it, you can open them, so don't worry. Now here's a cool one. Whenever you see one of these statues that has glowing eyes, like this one, shoot it and you will get money. Look at that. It's all in the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to be on it. You've got to be in it to win it. And you've got to be on it like Sonic. So it's always good to try and maximize everything you get out of a room. So we know that we can't get the health that's in there because it's behind that barrier, so we can just move on. There's no trouble. Okay. Yep. Okay, requires something to activate it. What have we got in this chest? An awesome gun.
Acquired a Xeno-type weapon, similar to our carbine technology.
So we'll have a look at this. Each weapon you discover has 3 properties: alt fire, stats, and traits. So there you go. It's now looking at the stats, and then the traits are at the bottom. Okay. So you want to get a gun that you're happy with, okay, and how you feel comfortable using. So this gun, when you fire it, you can see how much more ammo it's got. Oh look! Don't lose our Obelites.
Discovered a massive
Lost.
wall beyond which is the white shadow signal. I can't cross the chasm. For now, I'll change objectives and investigate the energy reading in the forest.
Scout log, Atropos. Who triggered the broadcast? Do you see the white shadow is something only I should know? And now, out of literally nowhere, I'm hearing it again. Were the sentients involved? unknown. I need to believe there are answers at the signal.
The game looks beautiful. I'll tell you about these question marks in a second, guys. This is one of the best weapons, the Shock Blast. It absolutely destroys people. But I think I've run out of ammo for it. Yep. Okay, we've got more. So it tells you where the enemies are, those sort of glowing things. Now you can push R3 to scan, it shows you the area. Don't forget your money. You've got to go and pick up your money. Now it may seem like quite frantic and just mad, and that's because it is. That is totally what the game is like. Okay, there is no escaping it. That is just what it is. Okay, so we've now picked up our first consumable.
Device acquired.
These are essentially, you know, grenades, things like that. You do open up extra consumable slots, but it takes a little while. Okay, you can see that our gun is on proficiency level 1 there.
This will prove a useful tool.
Which is cool. So always try and pick up as much as you can on each zone. Now these things here, don't worry about them when they grab you. You won't take any damage until it takes you into its mouth up there. Now you can often use these to reach higher places. In fact, sometimes you have to use them. Sometimes you have to use them to reach higher places. Okay, you can see my adrenaline boost at the bottom. It's on 4 at the minute, and well, 4.3, so 4 1/3. And I've got those 3 additional things. Shoot this dude. Pick up our money. It's all about maximizing what you can do for each run. Okay, so let's just head out. There is a side door here which we will go through first. Actually, can we get anything from up there? Is it on top of that? I can't see where the green thing is. Is it underneath? Maybe it is on there. Let's have a go. No, it's not. It's somewhere. But just don't worry, when they grab you, you're not going to take any damage until you get to the top. Right, let's see what's in here. Some little special. Okay, these things are pretty cool. I'm liking them. We'll have another lie down, shall we? Sometimes these cutscenes can be very upsetting. Wow, she is dirty. Okay, it's giving us something. There you go, Wound Seekers. But remember, you can run over those things. Sometimes they drop useful items. You can just shoot them as well. Thank you very much, Ancient Civilization. I'll just show you what we picked up there. You see this artifact over here. Now the artifacts, you can only pick up artifacts in a run if you've already picked them up before or you've found them and unlocked them. Okay, so when we die, the artifact will disappear. Our consumables will disappear, but anything that we have here, you see permanent equipment. The suit augment here, the weapon charger, we'll always have that. So that's what will happen. Your artifacts are really useful, but they disappear, unfortunately. So as always follow the main gate. That's where we want to head, which is down here. And as I said, you don't take any fall damage ever, but just be aware of where you're falling, because it can be another one dead us.
I have interacted with other versions of myself. But I worry one day I will re-experience these same interactions from their perspectives. But are they truly me? Or just hollowed corpses? This may be the face of things to come.
Always have a look. Now we can go that way, but this thing up here, hopefully we should be able to use it. No, we can't. Darn it. Maybe we will be able to in a minute. This is still the tutorial sort of level. It's trying to help us out. Oh! See, I got it up to level 5, but then I got killed. Oh no, we are still level 5. Don't know how I managed to keep that. You see how much easier it is to kill these at level 5? Unlocked a trait there for the weapon. Wow, there's loads of them. I cannot stress how much importance it is to have yourself up at level 5. Trying not to get hit that doesn't help. Oh my goodness, I'm nearly dead. Also, knowing which way you're going also helps. Okay, I'm hoping that that's the last of them. Blimey. O'Reilly. Okay, let's just go through here and see what we got. I think at some point in the game we'll be able to get into this water, but we can't at the minute. But there's loads of those eggs down there, which is kind of cool. That's kind of cool as well. Right, let's see if we can get to this chest. Yeah, cool. Right, then there it is. Nice and easy. Let's open it up, see what we get. So you can see we can swap for the old gun we had, the sidearm, but a better version of it. So we're going to stick with what we've got. And guns always appear red on the screen there. The red bar. That is the key we needed. Right, let's carry on the way we need to go. Flippin' heck. Yoink! Take it all. What on earth just happened? Now this is how you can access certain teleporters within the game.
Potential for suit augmentation.
This will be a permanent unlock.
Appears safe to repurpose.
Yeah, it looks harmless. There you go. Amazingly, it fits right on the back of your suit.
System integration complete. Performing a function test to confirm.
Translocators. Guys, I love just exploring this game and having a look around. It is so beautiful. Poor dead old dude. Nothing else in here. Now you see this says activate.
Confirmed. Point-to-point teleportation. Location exit seems fixed.
How do we get over there? Now, if you were as sharp as I was, I could see that below here was a chest that you have to do something crazy hidden to get into. Check that out. A little secret there. Now, here we go. Anything that's malignant has the probability or possibility to malfunction your suit, okay? You can cleanse it with ether, which is a waste of money. I wouldn't cleanse these things with ether because ether is really hard to come by and you need it later on for other things. So we're just going to take our chances and open it up. And it was okay. We got off all right. What do we get? Translocates you to an unknown location. Okay, there you go. Now, what you can do with these, if you want, I can use this first one, pick up the second one, off I go. Back we go. Okay. Now, you can see these other question marks that we had on here. Now we have, it's turned into a sort of teleporter, which we can then use to go back. So all of these question marks, we could actually switch to have teleporters if we wanted to. So from now on, we can open up all these teleporters, which we're not going to do. We're just going to keep pressing forward, which I think is this way. Here we go. Now you remember we couldn't use this before. What happens with these? These take you on a predetermined path. The other ones with the question marks. Whoa, there's flying enemies here. Get your Obelites. These ones are often used to bit of ether for you. Very nice. Whoa! Now there's two here. Which one did we come up? I think it was that one. So we'll go up this one. And you use these to keep going up and up and up. Various different places. Okay, we went down. I used the wrong one. We'll just go back up. But even just the animation of it happening, it's so good. These usually take you up to higher places. Okay, it keeps taking me down. What the frick? How do I get down there then? Where have I got to go? Yeah, that's what I thought. We've got to go over there. How on earth do we get over there? Takes us up. You know what? I think we just jump. I think we just jump. You can have these big drops. She just does that action, which is fine. There is somebody up there. Yep, see it seeing me now. So we just need to head this way, so we will. Be careful of these drops. They're very, very dangerous. Now, this is a very important room, guys and girls. When you get here, this is essentially the shop, I guess. So, there are two things.
Xeno-type technology that produces other devices.
First thing is this thing here. I have no idea what you do with it, but you need to be online, and you can swap ether for Obelite if you like. This thing here is very important. We're going to get it anyway. Check it out. On a good run before the boss, you're going to want to use this, definitely. It always costs 325. Watch our health. It's given us a whack higher health. Okay. Now these other things here are always random, and you can choose which of these you want. Okay. But when you get to this room, you know that you are on your way. Okay. Now, we will use this. There you go.
Evidence of rudimentary Xeno-type language discovered. Currently lacking resources to decipher the Xenoglyph.
But look, here's something to scan.
Discovered a fragment of the Xeno-type language.
We'll grab that. And it says now it's counting up 1 of 10. And if we try and analyze this now, it'll tell us
Translating correctly.
we are 23%.
Severed brethren. Maddening agony.
There's lots of collectibles, lots of stuff to do within the game. Now you can always come back to this part. So when we now use this, it'll bring us to the map. And we can switch between any of these that we have active. Now, to be fair, these 3 could well be active, but we didn't have the Xenotech to do it. Now, when we come through this door, you are at pretty much the next part of what you want to do here. This,
Detecting a strange energy reading.
you need another item to get past this. And the rest of your quest is now trying to find that item. But you've obviously got... Holy moly. Things start getting a lot harder when you go up here, guys. So when you see that red door, just know that when you come through here, things are going to be a lot tougher, okay? So don't... Make sure... You know, you can 100% make sure that you've you know, run all of this area before you come into here, okay? Because you're getting close to heavy petting and all kinds of shenanigans, okay? Now, we're still only, you know, just over halfway up Proficiency level 1. Before we start opening chests to get weapons, ideally you would want to... Where's he gone? He teleports, this guy. He's a nightmare. There he is. See how easy he goes down with that shock thing? I tell you what, he is not easy to kill. He is a nightmare. Bit more ether. Perfect. Okay, these things are great. I just say... Don't... Just take your time and enjoy, and if you're worried about things, just have a little look on the old interwebs for ideas. You can always try and get higher and higher. Now here are 2 things for you here. This, we need something to smash this open, which is the same thing that we need to fix the red door. But look at this, if you ever see a wall like this with this broken growth on it, pop it for a secret.
There are strange psychological encounters I've had with what can only be described as visual echoes of previous deaths. At first I avoided them, but I needed to know. When I follow these echoes, they lead to a corpse. I don't feel surprised anymore. Now it's a clinical choice. Repurpose their equipment or avenge them.
So you get a lot of nice lore. Ooh, what have we got? Deposit into a matching device to unlock this item designed for future cycles. Okay, so we'll pick up that and you'll see it's popped up on the right there. This is to be used when you have beaten the first boss, and it just opens up a new artifact for you, okay? If you're carrying one by the time you get to the new boss, you'll probably end up opening 2 because you get one for killing the boss as well, which is cool. See, there's a chest up there. There is something within the game at some point to do with these lights that will make, I'm sure it will make like a bridge or something, but currently at this point, no good. No good. What the frick is happening? here we go. This is the other type of gun that you can get on the first levels. Now, essentially, this is a shotgun. And look, it's going to allow us to fight. See, it said area in lockdown. All the doors have shut. No good. Well, that did the job. That did the job indeed, didn't it? Blimey, O'Reilly. That absolutely decimated him. Now, personally, I would prefer to keep the long-range gun, which I will. So, see what's in the side part first.
Encountered a small life form.
What is this? I don't remember this.
Seems docile. It is parasitically attached to my arm.
Docile, huh? Oh, there's me, kneeling
Does
down.
not appear hostile. Somehow, it's strengthening and weakening my suit.
So parasites will give you usually benefits and negative effects. So this one obviously says it auto repairs your suit at low integrity, but you will take damage when using a key. Okay, so it's always a trade-off, as with most things in the game. It's always a trade-off with what you decide to do. Just look at this. Wondering if I should shoot my own head off. It's probably not the thing to do. I'd rather not. Okay, and the way out is this way. Let's go. And you just keep following these square blue doors. Look in the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Always looking for the eyes. They are going to give us some goodness. What the hell? Okay, so there's another telepath portal appeared. So, for example, we've now got 115 Obelites. We could sneak back to the shop room. Look at that. How cool does that look? Sneak back to the shop room, whichever way it is. And if we've got enough, we could buy a couple more of these things. As I said, per run, you can only use this once. And I don't really know what that does at the minute. It's never really done anything for me. Is that a dead body of me? No, I hope not. Nope. Okie dokie. Let's get back in. We're heading the right direction. You can see where the checkpoint is. Or the waypoint. So, you can see I can use that tentacle to go up, jump up, walk down. Darn it, got hit. So that was sort of like a mini boss. There are still some baddies around. Just try and get them down first. So the best thing to do really is try and clear the room of any enemies, but they do keep spawning, or at least they can keep spawning. I thought there was one down here somewhere. And there's one more over here. And try and pick up those Obelites. What it's all about. So we're now at level 2. See what this is? We don't know what this is. Let's see what it is. So I'm going to take that. See, so we've now got a consumable that will immediately recharge our alt fire. Here you go, look. This is a level 2 carbine, which we will take, totally. Now it's got a different... no, it still has the shock stream. I personally think the shock stream is one of the best. It's a good one. Right, what else have we got around here? Pick up our monies. So you've killed your kills, then you loot your loot, and then you get out of here. Again, we can't break that yet, but I don't think it'll be too long. We don't want that. Now this is a very important room. Reconstructor. Now you wouldn't have probably been able to see that. I don't know why it's allowed me to see that. However, what you need is, it does look like it's sort of like Wolverine, doesn't it? And there is an X on the floor. It's quite interesting. If you put 6 ether in this, if you die on a run, you will come back here. Okay, so it's good to know that you can still run through your run, and then once you've picked up your 6 ether, you can get on a teleporter and come back here and pick that up. And it just will give you, essentially, it's an extra life. So it's an extra life. If you ever see those things, break them. They are giving health to the monsters, which is 100% not what you want. Can I go down here? Wow, this looks awful. I think I saw one of those big green guys. Yes! Now you probably guessed that the one with the shield we're not going to be able to kill, just because it has a bloody great big shield on it. And it's the same color shield as the other things, so we're just going to have to keep running around. We will pick this up though. It does fire 3 times in a row and then pauses. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it here because that house in the corner is creepy, but there are quite a few.
That can't be here.
This is as creepy as creeps. So I am going to leave it here. There will be a teleporter here, so you can always come back, and obviously you can go forward as well. I did want to go forward to find the item that we actually need, but oh my god, you hear that? It sounds like a big boy, doesn't it? Yep. Bloody hell. Well, they all go down to the shock stream. Okay, what gun was that? It's the same one, level 2, so I'm going to leave it. Not too worried about that. A lot of stuff going on around here. Don't forget to use your dash. Its cooldown is about... Okay, now you don't want to come up here. That red door means that's the boss, and you do not want to go up there. Not just yet. There's something else we need first. These levels are, when they're like huge like this, they can be very confusing. But they are. It's great. You will enjoy this game. If you like this type of game, you will obviously enjoy it. It is so much fun. Now, just to give you an idea, actually, I will go and show you. Because it's easy for me to come back. Let's head where the boss was. And you know you get to the boss because he has this... Oh, we found a... There it is, look. They're always pretty close. Oh, we've got another parasite, I think. Increase protection, suffer damage when picking up items. Ooh. I like the idea of protection, though. That is awful. That looks horrendous, doesn't it? So, when you come up to see the boss, you have this sort of gauntlet to run. These monsters are great. If you get caught in their searchlight, they attack you, but if you shoot them in the eye, they go to sleep for a bit. You see? This is the same thing that we were looking at before. We haven't got any more bits and bobs, so that's fine. In fact, we might not even be able to get in here because... What on earth is this? I not like the look of all these. Look at that. Blimey, O'Reilly. That was lucky that I had a decent gun going on there. This has actually been quite a good run. Not bad at all. Whoop. Yeah, you need the anathema key. You can't get the anathema key until you do something else. Why not? Okay, we now have some bad protection going on. Apex Sphere. Yeah. Actually, I will take that. That's a really good one. It puts you back up to 5 adrenaline. Good item. These now become really useful because we obviously can't get into the boss, so we can just head back to where we were. Okay, I'm going to leave it here, guys, because I've given you a good amount of tips here. And I do want to go in and see this house, but I'm not... Look at me now with these parasites on me. It's brilliant. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Come and play this game. It is seriously just the absolute best. Until next time, take it easy.